You know, there's no time to waste. We're going to go straight in. We're not going to wait for that timer to run down. We don't need to. We can just jump straight in. Welcome back to Full Board Vision. You know the drill. We check in. We play some Blindfold Rapid. And today will be no different. Okay, so here we go. Let's move in. Alright, we've got the white pieces. Cloud AF is playing the Sicilian defense. Got a blue board. Change the board color. Let's switch up a bit, you know. IC6, so we're in an open Sicilian. In the previous game, player played D6 here. CD. And black gets central pawn majority. That's one of the important features of the open Sicilian. But our opponent seems to... Okay, E6. Now we can take on C5. Don't think so. If we play knight C3, I guess I got a bishop B4. Could go D5. Why shouldn't we play D5? D5 looks annoying. I'm gonna do it. Looks a bit annoying. Just throw a spanner in there, you know? Drive a wedge in. See what happens. Okay, recapture on D5. Queen E7. Is that a check? Play D5, takes. I think E7's actually a check. Now then. Sort of feeling either bishop E2 or bishop E3. I'm not sure I want to commit to bishop E2. But my bishop wants to be on D3 and a pawn on C4. So I think his queen B4 is also a check, which may arise if I play bishop E3. So maybe we should play bishop E2 then. I think it's a check. Pretty sure it is. Okay, bishop E2. Let's not lose too much time. That's been the bane of our blindfold chess so far. Alright, knight B4. What's that all about? Attacking D5, I guess. You know, I just want to go C4. Knight's not jumping in anywhere, as far as I can see. D3 is queen D3, you know, the bishop is pinned, but the queen still defends D3, so what's the problem with that? They are attacking D5, that's something we should definitely take care of, but why not just play C4? E6, okay. Now we can drive that knight back to A6. Can we not? We also play queen A4 check. Guess we could, but that knight is protected. I think we should just drive it back, because what's it doing on A6? No, it's not clear. So let's just do that. I think the knight's got to go back to A6. So it does. Okay, either knight C3, bishop E3, or just short castles. I think we just short castles. Figure out, you know, what are you going to do with this position of yours? Queen on E7 blocking the bishop on F8 in looks a bit weird. So we might have some chances here. Knight F6. I think rook e1 just looks too good to miss. So rook e1. Bishop d3. Woomph. But now... I feel like, you know, knight g5 we could potentially play bishop g4 check. Knight d4. I feel like all these things make a lot of sense. Knight d4 takes bishop g4 check. Would win the queen. Does the knight there do really anything? I guess it does. It threatens knight g4. But where's the knight going to jump next? I guess it can jump to b5 where it hits d6. I just feel like this is a good idea. So knight d4. Knight g5 also playable. I guess they'll go bishop e7 against all of these things, right? Before bishop e7, knight b5. We're not really threatening anything, so maybe we want to play bishop f4 before we do anything else. Maybe just bishop g5. I think we should just go bishop g5. Bishop e7 played. Okay, now knight d4 might be a nuisance, but they can castle. We go here. Still got bishop d3 check. Okay. Oh, hang on. Is knight e5 all the time possible? No, it's not. There's a pawn on d6. Alright, I'm going to play knight c3 and just wait. If they castle, I might trade. Maybe we missed a chance there, but maybe we didn't. Okay, they've castled. So let's just appraise, or let's review our understanding of the pawn structure, or our recollection of pawn structure. I think it's like this. So we've got... no. Like that. Okay, so the knight's not coming back to b4. The knight's in a bit of a spot. Probably goes back to c7. Sort of feel like trading here is going to bode well. Bishop d3 might come in, maybe. I mean, e4 can be played. Look at knight b5. Just an improving move. Bishop d3. Okay, you know what? I don't want to give up this bishop so easily, so I will drop it back to h4. Jump to g3. But I doubt g5 is coming. That looks like too much weakening the queen side. Okay, rook e8. And what should we do? What about a bishop c2, queen d3? Let's try that out. Very chilled music. Might be too chilled. Something a bit, you know, bit of oomph. Okay, queen g4. Kind of, you know, looking at stuff. But I'm gonna I think queen d3 is playable. At least I don't see a problem with it, so... queen d3. Where is it?
Queen
No.
sacrifice.
Wrong one, wrong. Is this?
Battery.
Queen d3 is a battery. It's not a queen sacrifice. Or at least, it wasn't an intentional one. We've got a few of these buttons down here, you know. Okay, the queen went to g4, and I'm not sure the black queen what it's doing there on g4. g6. Okay. Interesting. You know what? I kind of feel like we should target d7. Is e7... e7 is pinned, isn't it? Can't we go bishop takes? And in the event of bishop takes, because there's still a bishop on c8, then just take this rook up here. I think we might be able to do that, you know. I think the bishop's still on c8. Have I still got all of my pieces? Yes. So we didn't trade any minor pieces. What would happen? Bishop takes f6. The only defender is the e7 bishop. And I think the e file is open. We just go right ahead and capture with check. That will force king g7. In the resulting position, don't see any problems for us. At least this can't be such a bad move. Okay, that's good. They've done. Okay, so if we capture here and they capture us, or even if we capture here, they capture us, we trade, they'll take, we go bishop takes, we actually get 3 minor pieces for the queen. Is there a way that we can do something with our queen, like some menace? What about, oh, if only c3 was free. Here's fun. What about knight e4? Because if they take, we can take with the rook. I think knight e4 is probably the thing to do. They'll take, we can take with the rook, or even the queen. We can take with the queen, and when they take us back, we'll get 2 rooks for the queen. I think that's a good line. And the thing is, they can't capture here because we capture back with a fork. I think we're we come up a piece up in that line. I think it's forced to take with the bishop. We're going to take with the queen. They're going to go here, and we're going to win 2 pieces for our queen. 2 rooks for our queen. Guess they'll get to take b2. This is annoying. Yeah, we really want a dark square bishop in that position. But still, if they do take b2, I guess we can go here. Rook b1. They'll probably drop back bishop g7. Done. Okay. Well, there's not much question now of what we... Oh. Actually, queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes. So we don't get that line. Okay. Never mind. Oh. Oh, but look, we've got rook takes e4, which attacks the queen. Game over. Glad that we saw that. Yeah, you've pinned it, but I think it's perfectly defensible. So we're just going to take their bishop. They're going to play rook takes. We're going to go rook e1. In fact, we could just take that rook, can't we? So our queen's defended. So, cheers. Cheers, y'all. This might force a resignation. This may have been a fairly clean game if we get this right. Let's just double the rooks. Okay, hang on. Everything just seemed to disappear and we've got 2 extra pieces? Nah, hang on. I feel like we've got 2 extra pieces and an extra rook. That can't be right. There must be a hidden piece I can't see. A6, there's a knight there. Got it. Okay. Yeah, queen's on f5. Let's just drive the rooks off, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. Knight a6 probably goes back to c7. Queen b2, okay. Not worried about that. I think queen e4 now. We should be threatening some stuff. What was that? King g7. Just going to throw the h pawn. Surely, like, taking on a2 is not going to be an issue. Queen c3. Okay. We're all protected, though. You know, all the pieces are just protected. There's no worries. Hang on. That just allows queen takes h7. Yeah, it's perilous, isn't it? King f6 maybe? Oh, king there. Okay, but that's... it's not mate. There, we blunder our queen. No. Oh, hang on. Is there anything on the... Yeah, there's nothing on that diagonal, so... but I think we can... I think it's mate. I think there's a mate starting with queen h6. King g7. Bishop h7. Check. King here. And we've got bishop g6. King g8. Queen h7. King f8. Queen takes h7 mate. 8 and 3 all. Murder on the white squares. I'm going to pre-move it. Very nice. That wasn't a bad game. Enjoyed that one. Should we put some analysis out there? I think we've just got a little bit of time for analysis. So let's do that. Trying out a new color scheme. My graphic design team have been working around the clock. Mood boards, color schemes, general ideas. You know, they're full of good stuff. Oh look! Well, look how it's come. Turned up. Hang on. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Show. I think I can probably live resize so you can actually see. Yeah. Very Okay, I'm hoping that looks like an analysis board to you. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just pretend that went swimming. Alright, show the fishnet analysis. No, good. Request a computer analysis. Excellent. Let's get rid of that. That's how it should have looked when I switched to this scene. Well, look at that. It doesn't look bad, does it? That graph. I like the look of that. 93% accuracy. Not bad, but accuracy doesn't mean that much, I don't think. If I'm honest, I've got 1 inaccuracy and 1 mistake, so let's go and have a look at those bits, I think. Let's just jump straight in. Okay, queen d3 apparently inaccurate here. No, hang on. h3 apparently. Have a quick look at h3. Alright, so they want h3, queen f4, b3. Right, so okay, so saying that white can essentially just win the queen. So okay, so queen g4 is an issue, and the reason that it's an issue is, so we go h3, kick the queen. And where does the queen go? But what if you just drop back to d7? You know, what's the big deal? Bishop a4. Wow. No, there's no way I would have seen that. Okay, the queen's trapped. I guess if you go here, there's g4. Is there g4? Bishop takes g4, okay. F6? Why would you do that? Difficult. Okay, this isn't really what I wanted out of this analysis. I don't think Queen d3 was... Queen d3 has been called an inaccuracy, but I mean the eval goes from +5.1 to +4.5, and I don't really think that constitutes a problem. So I'm gonna ignore that. That's the kind of the problem with these automated analysis tools. They're very good, and they for a free thing, you know, they're great. But I don't really agree that Queen d3 is an issue that needs to be looked at. One mistake. Let's have a look at the mistake. So the mistake was here. C4 apparently is a mistake. Why is that? Okay, I think just the engine is saying that if you just castle, the threat of rook e1 is already bad. So for example, if they take on e4, they can't do that. That's d5 as well. Okay, I think I understand why the engine is saying not to play c4 and that castles is more accurate. I think the reason is there's no need to play c4 to protect d5. I didn't see that my queen was defending. And then the threat of bringing the rook to e1 and discovering something. You know what? Okay, just one thing has occurred to me. Have a quick look at the line we did play. Ah, okay, there was no double check. Okay, with the pawn on c4, so the bishop's access to b5 is blocked, which might have been useful. Alright, let's have another quick look through the game just to see it. It's nice to see it. Bishop c2, I like that move. You know what? Oh, it's the top. Engine's giving that as a good move. Top move, actually. Queen d3, forcing g6. Okay. And... You know, 94... I'm quite proud of 94. I didn't see that rook e4 was the follow-up. I didn't see that at the time. No, this is just it's curtains. And I think we finished this off pretty well. H4, H5, mate in 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We missed one. Did we miss a mate in 1? Yeah, Queen F8 is mate. But still, yeah, I think that was a good game. All right, keep watching, keep tuning in. Full board vision. We're here whenever we can be, and at the moment, that's quite a lot of the time. Yeah, keep watching. We'll be back, and I'll bid you a happy rest of your Friday.